All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. Let's be real. It's been a hot minute since I put some content out. If you're wondering why, I put out a vlog to kind of explain what's been going on. But we're back now because we have the City of Mobile Championships coming up here very soon, which is the biggest tournament that we have in the area, and really probably one of the bigger A tiers in the Southeast region of the United States. We even have some touring pros coming over from the Supreme Flight Open before they go to the Texas Swing that will be competing here. So that's really cool. With me is my man JJ. I think you've been on the channel before. I think maybe Loxley or something like that. But things have changed for JJ. He's now a big superstar. He just got sponsored by Discmania. 986 rated, approaching 1,000 very quickly. Just won a couple of pro tournaments this year. Finally accepting cash. Just 16 years old, but is really good. So he'll be showing you how the pros are going to be attacking this course. I'll be showing you how the noodle arms will be attacking this course. We are playing a modified version of Muni, which is why I wanted to film this. It's a little bit different than how this course normally gets played. I think it's like normally a 20-hole layout. Right now it's going to be an 18-hole layout. There's some added OBs.
Crazy OBs.
And there's also a really big change here on just the first hole. So we're going to go through these holes and let's have a good time. The front nine will be on this channel. The back nine will be on JJ's channel. He's just getting started. I'm going to put all the social media links down below. Please give him a follow, help him build up because he's trying to get things going on that front. So I'm kind of going to help him out and put the back nine on his channel. So yeah, here we go. So to explain kind of how this first hole has changed, the basket used to be basically just dead straight ahead of the tee pad, kind of behind these bushes, and it was like maybe 260 feet or something like that.
I think it was like 220.
So now the basket is way over here to the left. You can see kind of the top of the band right there. And so this is now, I think 305 is what I measured it at on the rangefinder.
I got it like right at 300.
And I think it probably plays a little longer than that because it is slightly uphill. You're also bringing this road into play, which is out of bounds now, which really wasn't the case when we used to play the old version of this hole. The basket's also on a pretty small peninsula, honestly. So if you're like 40 short, you might be in the road. If you're like 40 long, you're probably in the road. So if you want to play something safe, you're kind of wanting to err on the right-hand side of the fairway, kind of by those pines. Otherwise, if you're attacking the basket head on, you just risk bringing OB into play. So it's definitely a much more difficult hole than it used to be. AJ will kick things off first. Again, he's sponsored by Discmania, so you might be calling out some discs from there. I'm with Infinite, so if you're going to buy some Discmania disc, infinite.com, you know, biggest online retailer.
Oh, yeah.
Or shop local, Saraland Pharmacy, represent.
Yeah, I think they're actually sponsoring Con this year.
They are the title sponsor, yes.
Yep.
People are probably like, why is a pharmacy selling discs? Don't worry about it.
Just go there.
Just go there. Biggest inventory we got out here. What are you throwing?
I got a Flow P3X.
Jesus Christ. Of course he's throwing a putter there.
This is my favorite run.
Of course he's throwing a putter there. Of course. Why wouldn't he?
Oh, I turned it.
I mean, that's still C2 at worst.
Yeah. It shouldn't be deep.
I like how, so he's got a cart and he's got a ribbon on it. Is that to read wind?
Yeah, it's to read when my dad put on Tallahassee.
That's pretty smart.
Hey, that's how I shot that -8 final round.
Oh yeah, speaking of Tallahassee, big accomplishment for JJ. He placed top 10 there against some touring pros and cash. So that was pretty huge for him. I throw fairway on this hole because I'm a noodle arm and I definitely can't throw a putter that far.
There's a headwind. I probably just throw something.
Yeah. For me, I will take this hole if I can get it, but the reality is I'm really just trying to make sure I don't go OB. That's really all that
I
matters.
want to play to the flip over.
See, I'd rather just do that and err right, and then whatever. I just pitch up for par.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing last year. I was just kind of playing to the twos tee pad. We're not playing hole 2 this year.
Yeah.
We're going straight to A, but I'll just play kind of the twos tee pad. It's like a down here 40-footer.
See, I have the advantage of this being my last course of the tournament, so I can really kind of decide whether I want to like go for something like this. Because if I really want to go for it, I can bomb something down there and maybe get it.
Yeah.
But if I already am in an okay position, I can just play this hole for par and not worry about
This is the
it.
course that the pros have to score on. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have like your Matts and your Caseys. They're going to be 12, 13 under. So you really got to,
Yeah.
that's where you got to turn it up and then just try not to lose ground to Admiral.
I do like this change, though. I wish this was permanent, honestly.
Yeah, we got a little headwind today, so I'm going to go drop instead of that P3X, I think. Throw on a little flex swap. Oh, where's the headwind?
That's still inbounds and a putt. Maya over there. Again, that was kind of the area I wanted to play the pitch up. But again, you can kind of see this basket. It's just on this kind of peninsula, the road behind the baskets. Comes in pretty quick. And you do have a decent amount of space to the left, more than you probably think, but it just doesn't look that way from the tee pad. But JJ put himself, I think, in circle one with both throws, the P3X and the drop. So that's hole one. All right, so we're on now. It's hole 2 on the layout, which is just hole A at Muni. It plays pretty much the same as always, about 350, dead straight ahead. The only thing that they've done is they've actually added a physical OB line on the left. Before, OB would just be surrounded by water, and it really depended on water levels on whether you be OB or not. But now there's a defined line with stakes and rope. So, you know that you got that OB on the left. Comes in a little, I mean, it's pretty fair. It's not like crazy tight or anything.
No, I mean, it's where it should be.
And then you also have like anything to this road to the right is going to be OB as well. You have to clear that road like towards the bench to be in bounds on the right hand side. But yeah, same as any other time you play this hole. They actually cleared it up a lot too, like all the tall grass and stuff got cut down. So if you do go OB, you probably have a better chance of finding your disc than before. But
Yeah.
Anyway, JJ will lead us off.
All right, I'm gonna try a glacier and a method. Normally, I'm probably just gonna go glacier, but we'll try that one first.
Again, just styling on with, I mean, I guess mid is common play for pros on this hole.
Yeah.
But JJ just keeps reminding me how far I don't throw every time.
Throw it right over the goose. Right in. Oh no, that's not good.
I need to get down.
Sit.
Hit a tree. Hit a house.
Something.
Safe.
Wait, golly, that's
Safe and probably pin high. Just a little too much fade.
It's just, I meant to I wanted to turn it kind of at that tree, then I'll hold a little bit. This is pretty flippy stuff.
We do have a little bit of a tailwind, so
Yeah.
that also kind of stabilized it out more than maybe you expected.
This one I can just throw it flat and
Yeah.
I'll hold over a little bit.
Yeah. Now that is pod racing.
That's gotta go.
All right, I'm gonna go. My safe play on this hole, because I'm probably not birdieing it, if I'm being honest, is just the distance for me. Don't really have 350 in the tank, especially on a forehand. So I have Halo Conqueror, which is just overstable. I know it's probably not going to overturn, so I'm going to go with that. If I want to get a little bit aggressive, I can sometimes get the Emperor within circle one, but it's like pretty rare. So again, kind of like one of those risk versus reward assessments I have to make. With this being my last course of the tournament, it'll really just come down to my position and stuff like that, whether or not I want to try to actually go for this. First forehand of the day. That's really what I'm looking for with that one, just like a nice, safe chip shot that gives me like a less than 100-foot up shot for par. Get a little bit more aggressive with the Emperor, or try to. I might wuss out. I just nosed it up and threw a little too high, but those are still both safe and easy pars. All right, so there's my Conqueror right in front, and then the Emperor is kind of like right by that tree, by the goose, who's standing guard. So yeah, this is a pretty simple upshot from here, just to go ahead and grab an easy par. And JJ, his method circle one putt, his glacier, pin high but left. Okay, so now we're at hole 3, and so we're back to the normal numbers. And same hole 3 as always, about 240 feet, basket dead straight ahead, just past those dead bushes right there. You can kind of see the red band through it. Really, the plays you normally see are just to the right of the big center tree and just hyzer it in. Or some people play even bigger hyzers, like over the bush line on the right-hand side. The water does come in pretty quick on the back side of the green, like within 30 feet. So this is about distance control, but also getting there to give yourself a good putt. So definitely distance-wise, it's one that everyone wants to get, but it can get a little bit tricky on placement.
Yeah, I'm going Vapor Mutant, aka Freddy.
What?
And yeah, I named him Freddy because the stamp was so great I couldn't not name it.
Is Freddy on the stamp?
Oh no, I just named him Freddy.
What's on the stamp?
It's like a pizza mutant, like a pizza.
Let me see
I
this.
don't even know. It's weird.
Let me see it.
It's just like a human pizza.
And he named it Freddy. Freddy the pizza. Well, okay, dude, whatever. You go ahead.
Yeah.
Again, 16 years old, junior player, just a kid.
Yeah, I like to play it about 30 feet short and then get a little bit of slide. Got the challenge. Just throw it out there flat. It's gonna get to the ground pretty quick.
Yeah. This is the hole that's my nemesis. I haven't been able to figure it out in a while.
Oh, yeah, not like that. Like,
I mean, it's overstable enough to where that probably won't matter. Yeah, perfect.
No,
And that's what the Mutant will do for you. It's one of those freaky discs, kind of like the Justice. Yeah, it is Chico. It's kind of like a Justice, or it's one of those other like super overstable mids that just get you out of trouble.
Yeah.
So I try to take
Shout out Thunder Schultz, can throw that thing amazing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take a line over the bushes. I'm either gonna go Envy, it's like an overstable run at Envy, or I might go like A2. I haven't decided yet. Problem with the Envy is I can easily fly this over the green. I've done it like a million times. Woo!
Yeah, good kid.
It almost wasn't overstable enough. All right, there's my Envy. And then right in front of me is this Mutant. I refuse to call it by its name because I think it's childish. All right, so now we're on hole 4. It's in its alternate pin position for this tournament, which is down to the left, which brings the OB water more into play. So you don't have to throw it as far, technically, but you do have to make sure you don't go too far left or you go out of bounds.
There's also an OB line up there.
Yeah, there's an OB line as well. Defines it off the water line. Honestly, my play is always just throw something as straight as I can, and if it fades left of the basket, cool. If it doesn't, I lay up for par. That's my play usually.
I throw something pretty straight. If it fades left, great. But we got a nice helping wind today, so really I'm just playing for a 30-footer, and then however I'm feeling, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and just throw it on a lot of anhydrous at the ground.
Pretty good. Should get a skip.
I think it's out of bounds.
The one thing is like a guaranteed par if you land there in the basket. So
Yeah.
like that's the one saving grace. Which if you're playing for par anyway, if you go too wide right, then it's like kind of the same thing. I'm gonna go proxy.
That looks nice.
A little short. It's probably gonna be a layup. We'll try a tempo as well.
See, I like that. You can hammer it.
That's still a little short. Those are gonna be scary putts. All right, we're going wide lens mode because JJ said he wants to be able to go back and watch this video and watch him make this putt, which I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, it's probably about a 50 to 60 foot death putt. Running this putt in a tournament would be obscene. You didn't want it. He doesn't want it. He caged it twice. There's my tempo. We'll give it one run. I'm not that much closer than JJ was. And I also have the best putt. This would be a game time decision putt. Like depending on where I was at on the leaderboard.
Outside 40, I'm maybe laying it up inside that. Yes, sir. That was just like never a doubt.
There was a lot of doubt, JJ, in my head. All right, so now we're on hole 5, but it's in the long pin position, so I'm gonna kind of show you where that is. It's directly straight ahead of the tee pad, but you can't really see it from the tee, so I'm gonna kind of slide over here as best I can to see if I can catch a glimpse of it. There you are, hiding right there behind that tree. So it's 360 feet to that pin, but the OB is straight up like 20 feet behind the basket. So it's a tough one. I'm playing this hole for par. I can only throw it about 300 feet, so I'm gonna try to do that and then lay it up for par as my play. But pros will definitely try to hammer one. wide right and try to hyzer skip it towards the basket as best they can and go for a putt. But we'll now get back to the tee. All right, back to the tee now that we've shown you where the basket is. Again, it's pretty much dead straight ahead. So most people are just playing the wide hyzer out to the right, aiming towards those pines, kind of next to the next tee pad, and then having it swing in left.
Yeah, I'm still in between, like more of like a flip up play, just kind of glides left or with a CD1, or more of like a straight to hyzer with a PD. But I think I'm gonna try the PD first. Kind of throw it at this middle tree and hopefully hyzer right in front of it.
Just after you throw it, move to your left so we can see the disc. It's a good looking hyzer. Oh, that's a huge skip too.
Yeah, I think that's part.
That was a great shot. You walk off from that. Me, I'm just throwing something wide right and just trying to like progress it forward a decent bit, and then lay up for a par. That's pretty much my play. We had kind of a tailwind going on there for a second. I don't know if we still do. Yeah. Let's go Halo Maya. Let's rip it. Which right now I'm not ripping anything further than like 300 feet. So when I say rip it, you know, in context, right? Nice nose up stall shot. Perfect. All right, so I'm way shorter than I want to be. Usually I'm able to at least get to these pines on their wide right and like give myself a shorter up shot, but today was not that day. So really the name of the game on these approach shots is to keep it low and let it filter up, because if you give a disc too much air on your approach, you're going OB. The OB line is like not even 20 feet.
Yeah. All you're trying to do. Bad route, but.
All right, so JJ's first throw, the PD, got down there and almost went out of bounds, but he is in, so he'll take the birdie. His CD1 he threw second. It's pin high, wide right, so a long putt, but
Yeah,
doable, I would say.
yeah, I'm gonna try it just in case that shanks something.
All right, so now we move on to hole 6. It's in the long pin position, which is like 560.
About, yeah.
Par 4, way down there. You can see it underneath that tree. Really, you can attack this like so many different ways. If you want to play conservative, just throwing something up the gut, dead straight is good. Every now and then you'll see someone take these wide hyzers like over the road.
If it's super windy, like if it's crazy windy, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, spike hyzer over the road, because that still gets you in a good place. Forehand obviously plays fine. If it skips to the right, you have a backhand hyzer to the green. Now, if people want to get aggressive and try to eagle this hole, particularly at the pro level, roller is really a play. I will say the roller is scarier this year because we have a defined OB line on the left-hand side. So it makes the roller a little bit more tricky if you get it wrong, but it's just that risk versus reward that you have to make, you know. So we'll let JJ go. I think he is going to try the roller.
Yep, we're going with the new Alloy Player of the Year functions.
The function.
Very good roller it is, and
He won the Player of the Year this weekend, though.
yeah, he was definitely.
He still did all right, though. Still,
Okay.
still one of the best.
Played terrible and still came 12th.
Hey, I'm just happy Ezra Robinson finally got his dub. You know?
Oh yeah, shout out Ezra.
Shout
That
out
was
Ezra
crazy.
Robinson.
That was insane.
Yeah. Also, shout out Ella Hansen, Discmania.
Yep, our team got the win.
Did.
Shout out Ella, come back.
All right, now shout outs.
All right, here we go.
Now throwing. Throw plastic.
We need to shout out the Eagle here.
Okay. Oh my God, that's understable. Oh my God, get out the way.
Go. Curled up.
That's still way down there.
Yeah,
That is like the easiest birdie of your life. That's like a jump putt approach.
Pretty much.
I'm just gonna throw one up the middle. Go Halo Maya. Try to beam it. A little too low. But still dead center.
It's actually supposed to be raining Saturday when I play this course, so that kind of sucks. But if it gets super windy, I like this just low hyzer with a PD2. I can still get up there.
Low hyzer PD2, interesting.
Yeah,
I thought you would just throw it flat or flex.
nah.
Okay. Oh! I thought you were going up the middle. That's why I was confused. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, what? All right, so I threw my disc way too low off the tee. Did not have a chance to get a full flight, so I am 275 from the basket. Tailwind. Probably just gonna go forehand. Emperor, make sure I get there. Try not to hit the stupid short pin white pole in front of me. I've actually done that before, multiple times actually. Did I will it into existence today?
Hopefully not. Nope. It's gotta go though.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's a par.
It's up there.
So there's JJ's roller. He's got probably less than 100 feet to the basket. Just an easy little chip up for his birdie. Jump putt for eagle. He'll settle for an easy par, or easy birdie rather. And then my disc landed right in front of that pole, so it'll be like a really long circle 2-putt for birdie, but likely a par. But I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna walk down there. All right, so now we're at hole 7. Same as always, dead straight ahead, about 280 to 290. I mean, most people are just gonna go wide hyzer backhand if they're a righty. And that's the show. You can kind of go more straight at it too if you want, but it brings that center pine into play.
Yeah, I'm in between the Glow P3X and the drop.
The popular play usually just be like super overstable fairway driver spike hyzer, but I've seen more people going for slower speed disc these days on this hole.
I'm not very good at spike hyzers. Yeah,
That's
I really
fair.
like just pumping a faster putter pretty flat.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of fade.
Got a right to left cross, it seems like.
It's gonna carry me a little bit. Or a little more outside.
Definitely one you really want to get.
Oh yeah, it's wide open. It's bush. Can't cause a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely get stuck in there and have like a really difficult circle 1 putt if you get in that shrub next to the basket for sure. Speaking of which,
That was going in the basket.
I mean,
That was going in.
it may have.
That was gonna be really close.
I'm gonna go dynasty here. Just try to hammer it, let the wind take it over like his did.
Oh.
Not bad, a little short. All right, so I'm pretty short, which not ideal, but you know, life happens.
About 30 feet.
Yeah, his drop hit the bush and he's way in circle 1. Pin high way left, circle 2 probably.
Yeah, for the second one.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
That's tough.
You can just see the first one just rolling in the background.
I just can't putt.
Jeez.
I ain't even close.
Your putt was looking good earlier.
I'm just putting them too high now. I've been caging them so often that now I'm putting too high.
Okay. Best putter in the game right here. P1X. Being used by the worst putter in the game. There we go.
All right, we're on hole 8, second longest hole in the course.
Yeah, that's up there.
Or is it longest hole? It's this or 17.
The combined holes.
Oh yeah,
Combined par 4 is like.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
So top 3 distance hole on the course for this layout, 660. dead straight ahead, but they've added some OB to this hole.
Yeah,
So the
about
OB
110 feet to work with.
used to be the walking path left, but now you see that they have an OB line kind of running down the left side of the fairway, about 80 feet off of the walking path or so, at its widest point. Obviously, right here next to the tee pad, it's only like 20 feet from the walking path.
Over here is where it really gets to that.
But yeah, there's also an OB right-hand side that runs right along that small bush and just kind of keeps going all the way down the fairway. You can see it. So it definitely makes it to where you need to land something center cut. I mean, you can't just blast one down there mindlessly. You could bring OB into play if you do. I also think it puts the risk of the roller more. Like, I don't think people are going to want to throw rollers as often on this hole as they used to.
If you throw a roller here, you're probably crazy.
People used to do it to try to get eagle.
No, like with this OB.
Yeah, with this OB, I think it's, Now it's just, I think you're just trying to aim for a dead straight shot right at the basket and just land center cut. I mean, I think that's the play.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly might chip a forehand just to make sure I stay in bounds and just play for par.
I'm either going to go with the C-Line DD3 and
Hold on.
throw a little bit of flight because I know it's coming back.
Yeah.
Or I'm just going to go with a PD and try and get 390, 400 feet down there. Have a pretty simple approach.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the DD3 first. Then.
I feel like if you aim right side with something stable, as long as you don't nose up stall it, you should stay in bounds probably.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's kind of... I'm going to go over there more.
Still perfectly in bounds and where you, in like a great spot for a backhand hyzer approach to the basket. I mean,
Yeah, that's just more where my
there's
PD
nothing
should land.
wrong with that.
I'm going to try this. This is just more of like a flex shot, super safe play.
Yeah.
This is a hole that if you don't birdie, you're losing strokes.
Unless you're an am.
Unless you're an am, but if you're in
As
the
a pro,
game,
yeah.
you
Pro,
definitely
this is a birdie hole.
even
all
with
day.
the OB.
That's why they added the OB, is because it was kind of a softer par 4. Uh-oh.
That's perfect.
That's fine.
for that.
Yep. That's way down there. That's about a 400 and something foot throw.
Yeah.
Never really brought the OB into play too bad. I don't know what I'm going to... I really feel like I'm just going to chip a forehand down here, left side, and make sure I
You
stay
have
in
a little
bounds.
bit more distance on your side.
Not how I've been throwing them lately, though. I've been, like, swooping them for some reason. Not, like, hammering them line drives like I used to.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's not really enough distance for me to birdie the hole, but it's enough to make sure I get a par and I stay safe inbounds, which is the important thing. That's where my forehand landed. Definitely way short of attacking this thing for birdie. I'm probably still 400 feet from the basket or so. But it put me center cut of the fairway and gave me an opportunity to, throw a standard shot, get up and down for par at least. Emperor, we got a little headwind here. That's like a pretty easy 100-foot up shot for par. So that was JJ's second throw with the PD, the Nordic Phenom 2. He threw it about 420 feet, and he's about 250 from the basket. So that is about as good as it gets. You'll see a couple people maybe club up and get a little further than that, but I mean, that is 250 in. You love that for birdie. But he's got his DD3 over here. A little shorter and more left, but still probably, what, like
Yeah, it's probably about the same.
260 maybe? And go a little wide frame on them. People are gonna hate this on YouTube. Great shot. All right, so here I am. I don't even know how far I have. A decent bit. Just gonna practice some backhand approach shots. Too much.
There is some OB deep. It kind of circles around it.
That's fine.
good. Yeah, I like that disc.
The tempo is nice. I'm still figuring it out, but once I master it, I think it will make the bag for sure. All right, so now we're at the last hole of the front 9, hole 9. Remember, back 9, JJ's channel. Don't forget about that, so you can watch the rest of this round. Link down below. Don't forget that. Support JJ. Anyway, hole 9, 400 feet, but requires more than that because you can't go straight at the basket. You have to kind of play the wider right hyzer. So it probably requires a little over 400 feet of power to get there. Most people are throwing something kind of at the light pole and then having it hyzer in.
Problem is you can't get any skip here. The grass is so thick it doesn't skip.
Yeah, so you kind of want to hammer something wide right and have it just, you have to throw like a power hyzer. Like you can't really throw a flat shot.
I mean, you could get a little bit of flip up.
Yeah, but then you risk bringing the OB parking lot into play if you throw something with too much flip up. So I think a lot of people you're going to see kind of sky it somewhere near that light pole and that little small bush with some height, and then just let it spike in left. So it definitely requires like a good bit of power to get there. So for me, I'm just getting something out there, setting myself up for par. Pros obviously want to get this because it's a pretty wide open backhand hyzer if you have the power. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my C-line DD3 is probably what I do here. Just maybe a little bit of hyzer pretty flat. Or I'm gonna try this beat to crap Nordic Phenom 3 and just throwing all the hyzer in the world. But
and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's also a DD3.
Yeah, it's
A Horizon S-Line DD3, yeah. Buy infinitedisc.com. Or Saraland Pharmacy. Or Saraland Pharmacy. No, I'm already promoting your mold. I can promote my sponsor on my channel. Thank you. Throw your stupid DD3. You love to see that.
Don't hit it.
That should be good.
No skip.
Yeah, no skip is the problem. But you got a lot of forward progress on that.
Yeah,
but
like that.
it's just not. No skip.
Beat up DD3.
Got to throw it a little more inside with a little more hyzer.
Yeah, we can get a lot of flip up. Or we'll see.
I'm gonna laugh when this guy down there in the black shirt sees that disc coming in and it's just like, what if he just ran and grabbed? What if he just grabbed your disc and ran? What would you do?
Chase him.
You're six. I mean, I don't know how you're. I think you're just screwed.
He looks like he's 60.
But what if he just grabbed it and threw it in the water? How bad would you feel?
I'd throw him in the water.
Okay. Little JJ pipe cleaner arms is gonna throw that guy in the water. Throw your disc. Come on, let's go. You know, I did say more hyzer, and that was a lot more hyzer.
That was like it's
Too
really
much.
beat up, but it's not that flippy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Now you get to watch me throw some stupid shots. I'm gonna try an Emperor. I promise I do bag other infinite molds that are not the Emperor, but I thought it's all I've thrown. Well, I've done the Dynasty a couple times.
Yeah, everything's an Emperor for Dustin.
It's just overstable, and I know I'm not going to flip it over in the parking lot. That's really what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. That's a par play right there.
That's all I want.
is.
Just center cut of the fairway, give me
Easy
like
par.
an 150-foot up shot. We're good.
Guaranteed par.
Not even throwing another one. That's all I want. All right, so here's where I landed. Like I said, maybe 150 from the basket at most. I'm gonna try a couple of backhands and a couple of forehands. I need some practice. My upshot game has been, as you've seen already, not the best. I'm still learning this tempo. That's the other thing. I mean, that's just money.
Yeah, I like that
It's
one.
so straight. That's what I like about it. A2 for more overstability, so I got to swing a little wider. It's also money. More overstable A2, so I need to go even wider than that one probably. Those are all in the circle. Now backhand, even though this was a terrible play through the bush.
Right next to the bush.
I mean, I got lucky.
There you go. I might go now.
Nah.
I should drop it.
That was good. So actually all 5 of mine went in circle 1, but one of them was a tester. Anyway, JJ came up a little bit short by the bush, but it still has a putt for birdie here. And he's just one of the best putters in Mobile. I mean, yeah, he's just one of the best putters in Mobile. He's not gonna hear me say that because I'm just talking to the camera, but I would put JJ up against almost anyone in the area in putting, and he'd probably either hold his own or win. All right, that's gonna do it for the front 9 here at Langen, but behind us is the back 9. You see this hole behind me? It's a hole. But guess where you can find it? JJ's channel, not here. So back 9 will be on JJ's channel. Anyway, it was really cool to kind of show you the front 9. Couple of changes, mostly just hole 1's basket being in a new spot, although that was the same spot they used last year, so it's not technically new. Then they added some OB to hole 8. Did some nice cleanup, I think, around the ditches and like around the water and stuff too, to get some of that tall grass out of the way. So looks really good, a lot of fun. Definitely plays a little bit harder on the front 9 than it used to. Makes you think a little bit more. But all in all, still Langen Municipal Park at the end of the day. But the back 9 has some teeth, and JJ will be showing us that on his channel. JJ, where can they find you?
JJ Campbell Disc Golf, or on Facebook, JJ Campbell. Go give me a follow, check me out.
All the links down below, so you don't have to like worry about trying to type what he said. See you on the next one. Like, subscribe, all that jazz.
All right.